This is the pre-tournament press conference featuring the Wildcats of Arizona. We're joined by head coach Mike Candrea and student athlete Dejah Mulipola. This is the Wildcats' 24th Women's College World Series appearance after having defeated Arkansas in the Super Regional. First question goes to Graham Hayes.
Hi, thanks. I'd like to ask both of you, if I can, about Caitlin Lowe. Dejah, just kind of how has Caitlin's experience been useful to you as you followed a similar path with USA and Arizona? And for Mike, just how has your relationship with Caitlin changed as she's gone from player to new coach to now somebody who has a lot of a built-in time in Tucson?
We'll start with Dejah, please.
Yeah, my relationship with Kate has definitely grown over the years, and it's probably the best it's been this year just because obviously it's an Olympic year for me. It's my senior year, and she's had so much great feedback to give me throughout the years. I mean, she's kind of just been that silent assassin in the dugout. She knows the game. She knows it better than anybody on the field besides coach, but I love to hear what she has to say. I always love her feedback. She's always positive, and she's been a great role model for me. So she's definitely someone I've looked up to since I've been a freshman, and she's just that constant for me in the dugout. So she's great. I love her.
Coach Candrea?
Well, I've had the pleasure of coaching Caitlin, and both at Arizona and the USA team, and she brings a wealth of knowledge. I think she's moved from a very good player to a very good coach. You know, I think she's got a great knowledge of the game, has a really good approach to the players. I couldn't be happier to have someone like her on our staff, and you know, she is definitely going to be a very, very good head coach someday.
Jenny Carlson?
Hey, Mike, I've asked you a lot of serious questions over the years, so I'm going to ask you a dumb one right now, if that's okay. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the transition in softball from shorts to pants. You coached national teams, obviously, when that shorts were the rule. It's changed over the years. How has it changed at Arizona, and are you team pants or team shorts?
Well, I think I was probably one of the first to wear pants, so I will take a little bit of that credit. When I came to Arizona, everyone was wearing shorts, and of course, with my baseball background, I'm going, why are we wearing shorts and playing this game? You know, so we started wearing pants right away, and I think it definitely is a game that you should be able to wear pants. I know the international game has some different views on that, but I'm not so sure if they've changed their rules or not going into the Olympics this year. But yeah, I think it's the pants are the way to go.
Caleb?
Hi, this is Caleb McCurry from the Oklahoma, and this is a question for Mike. We talked to Patty and Patrick Murphy earlier. Patrick called you the gold standard of softball coaching, with Patty giving you high praise as well. Do you ever take a step back and look at what you've accomplished in Oklahoma City, and have you accepted that role of, you know, being considered a leader in the sport?
Well, yeah, I hope. I mean, that's been my venture, you know, to, number one, give back to the game and grow the game. And when I first got into the game, I loved sharing information, and I thought, you know, one of my biggest assets as a coach has to be able to grow the sport. And to me, if I look back at my career, I've been very blessed to be able to do something that I love to do and I have a passion for, to be able to work with great young athletes, and I've been able to see the sport grow. I mean, to me, that's been the fun part, coming here in the 90s and having one game on television to where we are today with ESPN and the numbers of viewers that are watching our sport. I think I think that's what I'll take with me, is to be able to live through that. And it's been a lot of fun, and I think my goal in life is to give back. You know, I think one of the downfalls of being a professional coach is sometimes you give back to a lot of people, but you don't have time to give back to the people that you truly love, and that's your own family. And there's some challenges that go along the way, but I wouldn't change anything from what I've done. It's been a remarkable career. got talked into going into softball. So I need to thank George Young for telling me to take over the women's softball team at Central Arizona College, or else I wouldn't be standing here today. And so it's been fun, and I hope we try to do things right. I think as you get older, you have a tendency to look at the big picture, and I've always felt like my ultimate goal at Arizona was, we all love to win championships, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm growing these young ladies so that they know how to be successful later on in life, because softball will come to an end. And so I cherish my relationships with them, not just for the 4 years that I coached them, but for a lifetime.
Cliff Bryant.
Yeah, this is for both of you. And Coach, you mentioned that big picture. Obviously, the stadium has gone through some renovations, and it has a much different look. And not only from 2019, but certainly from when you first started in being involved in the Women's College World Series. Your thoughts on the renovations, what stands out most to you? And then also, is it all that it could be? Your thoughts.
Start with Coach Candrea, please.
Well, I think I've told people this, that if you really want to see the story of college softball, come to the stadium right now. And I think you'll get the picture. I mean, I never dreamed of being able to put 14,000 people into a stadium. And I think this sport it's where it needs to be right now. I think it's ready to burst. And I just hope that we can get the NC2A to understand that and look at some of the inequities that are still involved in women's sports. And I think they need to be changed, because I think we have a tremendous product. I think this is the example of it. I love the stadium. I haven't been on the inside yet, but it has got a grand appearance that I think every young kid is going to want to come here and play the greatest game on dirt, as they say. The other thing is, I think if you look at the commitment that ESPN has made to our sport, come here today, and you're going to see, 200 staff members working for them to telecast this series. And I can remember back in the day, like I said, where there was one game on television, and that was the championship. So this has a lot of stories in itself with this facility. And I'm just really glad that I've been able to live through it, watch it grow, and I hope that it will continue to grow.
Dejah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as fortunate as Coach Candrea to be able to see the growth. I just know the here and now, and we walked and got a glimpse of the stadium before we came into this room, and it was just, it's improved since obviously we were here in 2019. Obviously there's more seating there, which I'm super excited about, because that just shows how much the game is starting to grow. And then even having the ABC game with Washington and Oklahoma was a big deal. So, I mean, obviously our sport is getting a lot of growth right now. But definitely I hope that I can be one of the contributing players that help it grow even further. But like I said, I just know the here and now, and I'm excited for what I saw out there.
Ronald Smith?
This is Ron E. Smith. My question is for Dejah, and more to that, knowing this is also your last year. How, looking back to where you started, how have you grown from when you were a freshman to right now in your last stage in your Arizona career?
I would say that I've grown more vocally. You could ask Coach Candrea. I didn't say maybe 2 words when I was on the field, but now I'm definitely grown into a vocal leader. I like to lead by example. I think that I've tried to embrace the things that kind of I wasn't comfortable with, which is putting myself out there and being who I truly am. And I think that's helped me become the leader that I am today. And that's all a credit to the coaching staff and my teammates and how they've allowed me to be comfortable in who I am and accepting of that. So I would say I've grown as a person, I've grown as a woman, and hopefully I've grown as a player. So I would say that's my perspective of it. You can ask Coach what he thinks. He's the man who's seen me grow. So yeah.
Coach, you want to comment on that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an honor to sit and watch someone grow like Dejah. She had tremendous skills when she came to Arizona, but I think she's blossomed as a leader more than anything. And I think a lot of it is her realizing that she has something to give, and she's more comfortable right now. But the other area that I see is just her emotional stability when she plays the game. You know, young kids have a tendency to have, they're on a roller coaster all the time. And I think one of the things that I found when Dejah came back from the USA team, and you surround yourself with those great players, that's one thing that you pick up on is you're able to slow the game down. You're able to be comfortable with making decisions. And I just love that in her right now. I think she's been a stable force. And, you know, when I coached the Olympic team, I always used to look at those kids every day and go, what makes them so special? And the one thing that always popped out to me was their emotional stability. They never got too high, never got too low. They were always where their feet were. And I think Dejah is that person right now, and I'm very proud of it.
Graham?
Oh, sorry about that. I wanted to ask you, Mike, about defense in college softball and just kind of in your time, how you've seen it. Has it evolved at the same rate as we've seen offense and pitching evolve?
Well, everything's evolved, and I even see now some people that are using shifts in softball. So the game, I mean, there's a reason why it's happened. I think the power of information that's out there today. I think these young kids that are growing up today are getting better information at an earlier age. Therefore, they're able to develop their skills, and that's what you're seeing right now. Better athletes, they're quicker, they're stronger, and I think people that are at this level understand the importance of defense. You're not going to win championships unless you can play great defense, that you can get great pitching and get timely hitting. And so defense is a premium, and I think at our level, you know, we practice a lot more than we play, so the defensive skills definitely grow as a young lady is in our program over the 4 years.
All right, last question goes to Cliff. Cliff?
Yeah, no, I'm actually okay. I'm sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
All right, Coach, let me ask you a question to finish out. As a former Olympic head coach and having run that program, how proud are you of Dejah and her Olympic opportunity that awaits her this summer?
Very proud. It's a very unique experience to put on that uniform and represent this country. And I was dumbfounded when we finished in 2008 with a silver medal and then got kicked out of the games. It's been a sour taste in my mouth for quite some time. And so for me, I'm so proud that she's going to be a part of the USA bringing back the gold medal where it belongs. And I'm just so glad that the opportunity to be back in the Olympic Games is there. And so I am going to be watching very closely. Very proud of what Kenny has done with that program and the athletes, and I hope they wear the uniform, and I know they will. They wear that uniform with so much pride, because there's nothing better than listening to the national anthem on foreign soil. And to me, that's changed my life. That song means a lot to me, and I know how much work it goes into getting to that Olympic arena. And so I know darn well that this team is hungry. I think they're very talented. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to embrace the opportunity of that pressure moment, because you have one moment in time to put it all together. It's not like any other. And so I'm very, very excited and wish them the very best.
Coach Candrea, thank you so much. And Dejah, congratulations and thank you and best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.